Hey guys, so this next one's great because we're going to be able to update the images and do it really fast, even with images and subfolders. Okay, I think that's really important. I'll explain why. If you wanted to go to the admin panel and put images up, first you have to decide which theme to be on, like to video banner, because it uses its own folder for its images. But then if I switch to a different theme, okay, like a zero images banner, even though it uses images of the same size, basically, it's using a different folder to store those images in. So these four default panels that we have here have their own images folders, okay? So I would need to actually switch to each of these and upload the same images 4 times for all the cases where the images would be interchangeable across all those websites. Now that's true with the sidebar images, not the banner images. With the banner images, this 2 video banner and 0 images banner, yeah, they can use the same size images, and that works. But these other 2, no, they're blocks. They use smaller banner images, typically, okay, because we usually intentionally have blocks on one side or the other, or both sides. It's totally interchangeable. So anyway, if I were to upload, that would be a lot of manual work. I would have to go into each of them, go to the global settings, hit a browse button where I can possibly put the images up. Then I have to travel to each of the folders to put the related images for those folders, the images for those folders up in here. Okay, drag and drop and upload them. Now it's not terribly hard, it's just I need to do it. Okay, and if I'm doing it for 96 websites, again, this action here, if you didn't want to do it this way because you thought 96, this is too slow if I have to go banner by banner, or I'm sorry, folder by folder individually, and you said, let's just do it through the cPanels. Okay, now that's going a step faster, right? Because now I can go into each cPanel, okay, and I can do this whole bit with the file manager, public HTML folder, come down to the user files and say, okay, I'm going to make my whole big zip file and I'm going to drag and drop it and extract it. And it's just going to fill in all those new images all throughout this stack of folders where they belong, right? Yes, and that is quicker, but you still have to do this 96 times. Easily 2 minutes each. Easily 3 hours of work to put these images in place for just 100 sites. What happens when you're finally up to 5,000 websites? It's a lot more work, okay? That would be 50 times as much work, right? So yeah, let's come back to our trusty old Varsheet installer because its job is to save all these man hours so you can operate like the biggest players in the industry, thinking big, operating big, without the cost, the overhead of having all these guys have to do this stuff manually. So let's see, what would it take to do it in here? Oh, there's an images uploader section. I can upload my zip file, the same thing I would upload directly into the cPanel. So whatever it is, I would upload here and extract, okay, with all the images in the right folders and subfolders. And then I'm going to import a control file, really, an images file, but it's a control file that says where to put each set of images. So what does that look like? That looks like this. In miscellaneous updates, it said image sets. I'm going to do it twice, actually. I've got 2 sets of images I'm going to put up. Just so happen to. So the first one I'm going to do is import this 0 images banner GDR. Okay. So I'm going to upload that zip file. Okay. That has banner images. I may as well do this bit, right? For the fun of it. Well, it's not going to matter here. It's going to be so fast. So it's just putting the zip file in here. There. It's all done. It's unpacked. Your zip file was uploaded and unpacked. So it's ready for it to go installing to a bunch of websites. While I'm at it, I want to take this variable sidebar images and stick it in there too. Because I also want the variable sidebar images, right? Now that's a lot more images, but it's done. So the sidebar images has a folder with a bunch of subfolders. Call now, right? Credit cards, guarantee, satisfaction guaranteed, right? Quote, just a couple there. Satisfaction, yeah, kind of the satisfaction guarantee, just from a different point of view. So having said that, that's that much of the work. So the Varsheet installer now has those tools at its disposal. It has those sets of images at the ready. The banner images is easier. It's just a folder called files, in this case, with those banner images. And I also put logo images in there that I didn't even do anything with. Okay, so whatever. Now, let's do the next part. Images uploader, right? We uploaded the zip files for those two things. So now we're going to import the images file. What do you think that is? That's bulk banner uploader. It's saying go to each website. Here, let me open this up. And go to the right folder and deal with that folder to put the images in there the right way. Okay, so that, as you can imagine, is this 0 images banner GDR folder. Okay. And then what do you think it's going to do when it's done with those 96 websites? It's going to say, now go back through them again. This time go to the other folder that works with banner images of the same size and put them there too. So we are literally uploading this into 2 sets. So we are literally doing like 192 actions, right? Literally of upload and extract kind of work. Okay. So again, the question is, how long does something like that take? I'm going to go ahead and run network, inspect, network speed. And we're going to drag and drop and import. Okay. So it's dealing with that now. It's taking my set of images there for the banner, those 5 images for the banner, and also these 5 optional logo images that I'm not going to use at this time. But hey, I may as well put them in there in case I choose to use them later, right? Cool thing about doing big work is having lots of repository images to work with, to be able to pick from many things. Same with other stuff, and that's why all of this exists. It makes it easy. If you want to swap between color settings, theme settings, anything else, sidebar locations, items for sidebars, pages, right? All of this, that's why we have all this control. So anyway, it's doing all that for me right now. And then I'll come back and do the sidebar images command to put all the sidebar images into their separate subfolders all throughout. Okay? We even have a button for deleting images. Believe it or not, we can delete images. And the advantage of that, what about images you discover you're not going to use? They can take up space, especially if you have them on hundreds or thousands of websites. Anything that we can add, we should be able to remove. So we did that with this system. Everything can either be overwritten or removed, in any sensible way. So that's what we're doing right now. Because, well, you know what? Let me just show you real quick. Let's see, right? So now, what did I even go to? Oh, that's one of the last ones in the list. Let me go to one of the first ones just to make sure we can see. Okay, so there's the first. Let's just go down like here, okay? And we're going to hit File Manager, Public HTML folder, right? Come down to the user files. We've got this. Let's go into one of these. Sure enough, the files folder was updated today at 4:39 p.m., which is 2 minutes ago. If I go in there, see these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 images. Banner 1 through banner 5 were just added today, right? I could do last modified twice if I want to see. There's some other stuff I did today, I guess. Oh yeah, logo 1 through 5. There you go. So that explains that. Yeah, they're all getting updated right now across all the websites, right? Can you imagine? I mean, literally, do I have to be here while this is happening? No, I don't need to be here. But again, if you were doing that manually, and not just that, let's come back up out of this 0 images banner folder, because we also did it here in 2 video banner. Sure enough, files, today at 4:40. And guess what? Those were all added today. Oh, we're done. Look at that. All 96 websites, all of those image sets for the banner, right, to both of these themes are done. How's that for cool? So yeah, I may as well do the other one too for the sidebar images, because well, let's take a look, by the way, at what we did. Let's just look. These are the wrong images, right? Let me refresh. There we go. Got our right images now. Whatever it is that we wanted to do with the images. Okay, and these are just dummy images just so you can see. I mean, obviously we'll make professional images for a professional job. But there you go. So that's been done. And all these broken image links, everything about it on these different files, like even with this looping video concept, which is just showing you, right? Obviously we should have like a garage door repair looping video kind of thing. But the images are updated across all the websites and that quickly, right? It took really no time to do, okay? So there you have it. That's how that works. And let me see, what else do we want to do? I think we were going to do the sidebar images next, right? Then the next part will be actually creating lots of web pages. So let's take a look here. Sidebar images, right? So it's doing the same kind of thing. It's just putting all those sidebar images in. So the cool thing is that means it's going through all of the subfolders and dealing with this in such a way that we don't have to mess with it. Okay? It's a beautiful thing. So let's come back to, you know, whichever one of these top websites. I'm going to assume I probably got that far, or we'll see it, work in progress. Okay, ready? So file manager, let's go in, come down to user files. Actually made it go on all 4. So let's see. Yep, take a look. It's updated a lot of these now. See, watch. Updated the satisfaction folder, the quote folder, guarantee, credit cards, call now, and of course banner is what we did just about 3 minutes ago, right? So if I were to go into one of these, whoops, it's got all of our credit card additions that are here on top of whatever we had before, okay? So we can add more. We can add more images at any time, and then we can add those extra variations into our var sheet and re-upload our var sheet so that it's the same but with the extra pieces in there. And so when we run pages out, it'll include the extra pieces, which means this is an easy way to add more material to each website with absolute ease. Add more images, you know, add more pages of content. Just all the stuff that we're going to do is involved in this, okay? So yeah, I hope you're finding that interesting, because that's a lot of work that's being done automatically and being done to our advantage. And these here are going to be updated pretty quickly. Well, I mean, what's going to happen is we're going to run the next step of our process and get all that to happen, because what do we want to do now? Make a lot of pages on each website. Okay, that'll be the next piece. All right.